$1 million, but when you climax,
Oh god.
Whoa.
I can't believe we're taking it to this level.
you barf in your mouth.
Yeah, I probably would.
I probably
All right,
would.
ladies, be warned. Brett may puke on you.
He's not getting this offer right now. This is a scenario.
No, this is based on things that will never happen, right?
All right,
Or-
let's
okay.
do it right now.
What?
Let's use this scenario.
Go ahead.
Let's do it right
I
now.
Die Hard started a
I
trend.
hate Speed 2.
Why?
That's pretty
It's
bad.
horrible.
It's kind of like, it's more of a watch it because it's laughably bad.
Yes.
There are a few parts that I thought Sandra Bullock was pretty funny.
I'm sorry, but
When she
she's
cuts-
a great actress, but she sucks in that
She
movie.
cuts open the door with the chainsaw and she's like revving it. Can you guys get out?
If you back up with the saw,
What?
if you back up with the saw, we'll give it a try.
It's so bad.
It is very bad writing. It is very bad.
Bad.
But I always thought of it as more of an action type than a funny movie, and it turns out this, like, as an adult watching it, it's a terrible
It's
film.
horrible.
That was a great
That's great.
quote of by
Yeah.
John.
I can quote Speed too.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Garfield and Friends from Pickle
Oh,
Fanboys.
Now, which one?
The second one, not the
Yes.
first one.
This one.
Times a hill.
Yeah, I hate that one.
Do. It doesn't matter. That's
Well,
just an
yes,
image.
but there are two
There's
actual
two,
songs.
There's two of
Oh,
them.
The
well,
second
that's what they.
one-
That's he sent me a picture.
Ready?
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 Two.
Two.
Party!
We're ready
To party.
We're ready.
Dun, dun,
I hope you bring lots of spaghetti.
dun, dun.
Come on down to Garfield and Friends. Come on in. It's time to party with Garfield,
Garfield
and
and
Friends.
Friends.
And then I think there's another
I
verse.
love how we all know that one.
I think there's another verse.
There
in it.
is. There's a little bit more to it.
Oh my god, I'm like tearing up
I
here.
just got a
Good one.
Charlie horse in my thigh.
Oh shoot!
I
You
thought that
okay?
You were gonna fart or
Do
something.
you need something?
Hey, where's your Charlie
Just give me
horse?
time. It's on the bottom of this thigh.
Hey, you can do this. Put your foot out. Put your
I
foot
can't
Do it.
move.
Put your
Oh shoot!
Ah! Put it out. Now flex your foot up, like your toes towards the ceiling. It looks like you're trying to take a shit.
What do you need to
Well, I
do?
don't want it to look like
What do you
that.
want to do?
I'm trying to put my foot over there.
Give me your
Help me. My back's to the camera.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You're okay.
It's
You're okay.
ridiculous.
You're okay. You're
Let's do some
I'm doing some friggin' Christmas trivia. Everybody. Hello, everybody. I should say it. You should say it. Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome back to the PTOUnlimited podcast. My name is Brett.
I'm Josh.
Alex.
This is episode 324.
Yeah.
Do you know what I was talking about, Alex?
Christmas vacation.
Yeah, because you said hello, everyone, in the
Yeah.
chat. And that makes me think of when or I guess Aunt Bethany and Christmas Vacation
Yeah.
just start saying hello, everybody, to everybody.
Oh,
Even though
I
she
don't-
doesn't.
I think there's
She doesn't
like,
remember any of that. but
glitter in
Glitter?
my cocoa.
What?
Is it
Like-
cinnamon?
Look, and there's like a little bit of a shine. It's got like.
That's sugar, Alex.
Cinnamon?
No, sugar does not necessarily dissolve.
I don't know. That looks pretty darn good. I put the Rice Krispies treats creamer in it.
So you have to
Ooh.
hold your microphone because the chair doesn't like
Yeah,
the
because
boom.
if you didn't see it, did you clip that at all?
Not yet, but I
'Cause
will.
it hit your foot.
Yeah.
I'm
did.
sorry it hurt.
Did it hurt
Yes.
later, like the next day?
No.
Did it hurt when you fell from heaven?
You're funny.
Oh. I'm
No,
sorry.
that was a movie quote.
What is that from,
I don't
actually? Like, what's it
remember.
originated from? Like, that's
Well,
like
it's a cheesy pickup.
it
line.
is the dumbest, cheesiest pickup line. Like Alex has been
I've had
Some of
quite
the-
a few.
some of the weird ones.
Some weird ones.
But on this day, actually, yesterday was the 10th anniversary of Far Cry 3. Came out 10 years ago. Figured you'd be a little more like,
Doesn't
"Woo!"
feel like it's been
Far Cry.
10 years.
So Far Cry was fine. Far Cry 3 was fine. The traversal was a little slow for me,
Yeah,
but you know,
linear.
it's one of the favorite amongst the Far Cry games.
Right. It is actually. A lot of people love it.
Oh,
So,
I like what you did with her star.
you just realize that.
There's tape on it.
Yeah,
Well, he has to hold it together.
that thing is tin.
Yeah.
It was either I drilled a hole or I taped it. I
What
was
were
like,
you gonna drill a hole for?
jam it on the top of the Christmas tree. That thing's metal. So
Oh,
It's
That'd be a really
it's
big hole.
Aluminum, isn't it?
yeah, it's actually made out. Oh, it's really. I think it's made out of tin. I don't know.
you did a good job with that.
Yeah,
That's on there.
You just wrap tape around it and it's on the tree. So I didn't want to put anything else on it right now. I was like,
Oh.
yeah, it's something at least. We got
It's
a Christmas
cute.
tree up. So it's the first tree up in the house.
Are you
I think it's the
gonna-
first holiday
Are you
decoration
gonna
up,
put it- Are
actually.
you gonna put one up?
Actually, yeah, we've got
kinda
a
late.
really.
We have an
Wait.
idea.
We have a very fun idea that we're gonna do.
It's going to go into January, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It'll be up through January.
This is not necessarily going to be a Christmas
it's
Yes,
a-
it
tree.
is.
So it's a
Not-
it's a holiday tree.
It's going to be more of a yeah. We have ideas.
You'll see.
We have ideas.
Yep.
I want to add to it like a lot of our own thing, you know.
You want to add some flair to it?
Yeah, my
Some
flair.
pieces of flair.
Don't do that. Have you ever seen Office Space?
It was a movie club movie.
It was. You know, we've seen that movie so much, and we've had the movie club for how long now?
It's true. And
It's
there's
a
no
long
record.
time.
There's
3
no-
years now.
There's no record of it either. Like, we
Well, I
don't
mean,
write
there
it
is a
down.
record of it.
There's no
Written
record. Of it. We don't keep track or anything.
I think I should go back. I
Yeah,
started-
you go ahead. You go back through every episode and write down every movie.
Is it in the description?
It is.
It is.
So
Yeah.
that- I mean,
I
do
started
that.
separating it pretty much like 10th movie in, so it's not that difficult. You just go to the descriptions of every single one, and you just there's that one, that one, that one. I should just make a spreadsheet and just say, hey, here's the ones, and
Yeah.
here's our grades of them. And man, I really don't remember. What
Yeah,
all
you
we've
should have
done.
started that years ago.
Oh, me.
Yeah,
Me?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You're the. Wait, no, you're the producer.
Well, I mean,
I'm not anymore. You kind of. I'm a producer in the sense that when I sit here and produce content, that's about it.
I mean, Brett's really had like.
I just show up. and
I've had ideas
talk.
every single studio, and no one's really said no. So
kind of just let you take the.
Josh is the
lead.
master creator.
I've brought in the gamer chair idea after all these other ideas that we've done for
I
the
like
show.
this idea.
This one's the most comfortable.
Yeah.
But I'd say it's still a little tight. You know, we could go up against the wall and not against the corner if we want to try that.
I
don't
you
care.
you're a little tighter than I am in terms of.
Yeah,
I have plenty of space.
I moved over here more. That's
Yeah.
okay.
I
But
don't know.
Alex is
I'm
comfortable.
all right. Nothing's gonna be as tight as when I had to sit at the high top
The
table.
high top
and I
chairs.
was in a tiny
Back in the
corner.
corner.
That
And
we were,
I didn't have any room to really move.
you know, when I think of our show, I think of that. I don't think of
Yeah, you
any
sh-
other
I do
setting
too.
yet
Yeah.
because I think
That was,
that
like,
was
the
the majority
original.
of it. Like that was our big setup.
We were there the longest.
Yeah, it felt like it anyway.
We were only at the 2-bedroom for a year, right?
Yeah, I miss it. Alex and I, we glamorized that apartment so much. After we moved in, I hated it first day, and then all of a sudden,
Wait, which one?
the apartment,
Black Hawk, not Black Hawk.
the other one,
Black
Oh,
Bear.
that one. Oh, I
Yeah.
want to go back.
we glamorized that one.
Yeah,
because
I
we
want- I
loved
wanna
it
go
so
back.
much. The privacy
I like
felt right.
I like having my
It had
own
a nice
privacy.
kitchen.
It had a nice
It had-
laundry department.
I liked my balcony.
The balcony, the bathroom sucked.
Yeah, that was about it. The bathroom could have been bigger and better.
Maintenance was horrible.
Maintenance was. Here, yeah, I should have used a level. Do you remember that?
For a rack,
Remember
towel
our
rack.
towel rack? It was like towards the end of being there, and
It was like 15 degrees off.
It was?
yes,
remember
I
that.
have a
gotta
picture
read.
somewhere. Like it was some like 18-year-old kid came to fix it because it was just loose.
Oh, it was fun.
And I was like, all right, well, I'll be home. Come fix it. So he's like, hey, you got a screwdriver or something I can use? I'm like,
He's the maintenance
I
man.
guess.
Why does he
And
not have tools?
I know. I gave him our toolbox, and he was in there for a while. And I'm like, and he
Why- I
started
don't- yeah,
drilling
see, that
and
was
doing
red flag
things. And I
number
was like,
one.
all you had to do was like make the damn thing like sturdy. And sure enough, like he comes back out in the living room, and I'm never gonna forget because he's just like, all right, well, it's up, and it's not really gonna go anywhere. So as long as you don't care about basically like the aesthetic or something. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, well, I should have used a level. Is what he said. And I was like, okay,
You didn't
well,
look at it.
and I didn't. I was like, okay. So I was thinking like, okay, it's crooked, but I was thinking it was gonna be like I could barely notice it. Like he was critiquing himself kind of thing. I'm like, okay, it's fine. And then he leaves and I go in there and it's like,
Wow.
So
yeah,
here's the
about
thing.
15, 20 degrees off.
Alex is used to my critiques of myself where I am very critical, and she's like, "Oh, no one's gonna notice the little things." That was someone else.
Yeah. So I took a picture of it and I sent it to head of maintenance. I'm like, just to let you know, I didn't do this, because there was also, oh my god, the hole he put in the wall too, and all of the it looked like I tried
What
to do
did
it
they
myself. They just said, "Oh wow, I'll talk with him," or something.
Yeah.
I was like, I just don't want to make sure I'm not going to get charged for doing
Yeah.
this.
Take it out of your security deposit.
Yeah, I was like, no,
We got it back.
I could have done a better job.
That's weird. We've gotten our security deposit back for every single place we've moved into,
I've never got one.
and we've had animals.
I've never not got one back, I should say.
You've also put a hole in the wall.
I did, but that was fixed. I think
So did we.
fixed that.
We put many holes. Well, we got ours patched by.
My dad.
Your dad has moved us everywhere, so
Yeah, pretty much.
he moved us out of Chicago and moved us in. Andy thinks, by the
I thought
way,
your dad moved you into Chicago.
he did that. Yeah,
Yeah, they both did.
They met there.
Yeah, they both did.
Met up, not met there, right? Yeah, but whatever. Moving on. So yeah, our week has been kind of just like a big old flustercluck, man. We were.
Fluster cluck.
It's the friendly version.
Yeah, driving to work, and I'm just not digging it, man. The sun's down by the time I'm leaving work. Man.
Yeah, I'm not digging it either. My 10, 12-hour shifts are, I wake up, it's dark. I come home, it's dark.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't
Not liking it.
I don't know. As I get older, I think I just notice it more. As a kid, I didn't care about the sunlight. You know, I was doing
I
whatever.
don't think you
as a
really
kid.
even notice it.
No, it doesn't affect you. But as an adult, I guess it does. Yeah, I just
I
can't
remember
get
it
used to
being. I remember being excited. Oh, it's dark outside.
Yeah, the snow is gonna light up the whole area. Snow. We haven't had.
We had
We had snow.
a
we had a
snowfall,
snow.
but it didn't.
There was
stick.
enough for slow mo for Pixel. Like he
Yeah.
was able to
Yeah.
run through it. I like doing that. I'm gonna do that every year.
Mhm.
Let's just talk NFL at this point. You know, we've got a lot to go into, and
Sorry.
And Brett's gonna make a lot of noise.
Sorry.
you know,
Pixel.
that's not your fault. That is these stupid metal things. I think we should get better phone.
Well, I
stands.
think it
It-
catches on
yeah,
my
it catches
case.
on mine too because all the cases have come so rounded. It has to get the bevel.
Right.
So these don't
Sorry, Pixel.
accustom. Yeah,
He's like-
Oh look.
He just turned around and sat
Well-
back down.
you spent money on yours. Yours is custom. Ours is just these metal things.
Mine's cute.
Okay, so going down the list, last
Oh.
Thursday was Bills Patriots, and it was not interesting.
I was actually hoping the Patriots could
I thought
come out.
they could, with the fight they put up against Minnesota,
Yeah.
and the fact that they were at home, like, okay, and it's the Bills. And
Yeah.
when Tom Brady was with the Patriots, there was a stat that he beat them
Yeah.
24 out of 28 times, or maybe it was 34 out of 38. I don't think he played in that many.
Did you hear the rumor about him?
What?
Tom Brady?
What?
He might be going back.
Yeah. I'll get to that.
Okay.
So yeah, the Patriots
comfy, Alex?
have had the Bills number for years, but they did not have it on Thursday. They
No.
won 24-10. Starting with Steelers Falcons, it got close. Got real close towards the end. The
I saw
Falcons,
one game at the
had a
afternoon,
chance,
and
and
then I saw
they-
red zone stuff.
They
so.
did not do it, and the Steelers won. The Steelers are kind of on a run. They're 5-7 now. They're not going to compete for the division. It's going to be the Bengals most likely.
Oh, dude, yeah.
And
Oh
we'll
my
get to
gosh.
them. That was an interesting game.
Oh.
But Steelers beat the Falcons, and the Falcons at 5-8 are still only one game back from the lead in that division because Tampa Bay is
That's because Tampa
5
Bay
and
is right there
6.
too. So
right. So we'll see what happens tonight because the Bucks play tonight.
Okay.
Here's the game: the Broncos at the Ravens. So Lamar Jackson goes down in the first quarter.
I can't
Tyler
believe that.
Huntley comes in. Now Tyler Huntley actually did start 4 games last year. I forgot about it. He wasn't bad, and they ended up
That
winning.
was when Lamar had
10-9.
COVID, right?
No, he always gets hurt somehow. Well, he might have been like sick, but I don't remember. But
Oh, I
he
thought
usually goes out for a game or two every year, Lamar, because of just he.
Man, look what
just
he
his
does. He
style.
runs the field himself.
Right, he does a lot himself. But this doesn't paint the Broncos in a good light because without Lamar, they still lost for most of the game because he went out in the first quarter, and the Ravens still beat. So the Broncos are 3-9. That's not good for the
Yeah.
Broncos. Ravens are 8-4, and they're tied, I believe, with the Bengals for the lead in that division. This one, the Packers at the Bears. all signs pointed that the Packers would lose.
Oh, no way,
But
dude.
no, and last year Aaron Rodgers at the playing at the Bears, he made a comment to
He
the crowd
sure
that he
did.
owns the Bears, and
Yep.
yeah, he does because they beat him pretty handed. Well, they were losing until like the fourth quarter, and they just
They
hit
did Packers things for
They
once.
did
just
Packers things.
won, yeah. And Justin Fields did throw a couple really
18
bad
unanswered
interceptions.
scores.
Yeah. He threw a really bad one. He did have a really crazy run up the middle for like a 50-yard touchdown, but
They blew a 9-point lead.
yeah, it was not good. I mean, you think the Bears, you think more their defense is usually better than their offense, and their defense is not good this year.
No.
Jaguars and the Lions. So last week the Jags beat the
I can't believe
beat the
score.
Ravens by going for 2, and they did it like on the last drive. It was, you think it would kind of boosted them for playing the Lions, but they whooped them. Lions whooped them 40-14. It was ugly.
Are you
And
comfortable, Alex?
apparently, nobody like Amon-Ra St. Brown is invisible on the field, but not to the TV cameras because he's left open all the time.
Yeah.
And nobody covers him. He caught a wide open touchdown yesterday. He's their best player on offense, yet nobody ever covers him. So I don't get it, but Lions are 5-7. So they're second in the division because the Packers are
I don't know how the Lions did what they did.
Packers are 5-8 and the Lions are 5-7.
How are Lions high scoring like this? This is scary.
I don't know. Well, I mean, they did get Jared Goff, but you think Matthew Stafford's better than Jared Goff, but somehow they're scoring a lot of points.
Yeah.
And then we have the Browns at the Texans. This game was interesting because it was Deshaun Watson's first game. I saw you picked him up, Josh.
I did.
And he did not do well.
No.
Which I was surprised that you did, but then I looked and I saw Kyler Murray was on a bye week, so he didn't have a lot of
And
options.
I had Aaron Rodgers.
Right.
So I was like, I didn't think Aaron Rodgers had it in him.
Right. And
Nobody
I wouldn't
did.
have blamed you either. The problem with Deshaun Watson is he hasn't played in 2 years.
Yeah.
So, and it showed.
It did.
But they still won because the Texans are that bad, and the
I think
Browns had at least 2 defensive touchdowns.
Yeah. I think
So-
Deshaun Watson just showed.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to take him the rest of the year to get back in the swing of things, and because they're not going to make the playoffs, and then they're going to have to start all over next year.
You gave insight to Kaepernick. You've been away from the league for so long.
Yeah.
You've been set. You're not.
Except Kaepernick never got back on the field as Watson has.
Just now.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this shows Kaepernick,
Sure.
hey, maybe, just
you can't play
move on,
anymore.
man.
Just
because
give
at
it
this
up.
point, you got Deshaun Watson, who is now an active quarterback,
Yeah.
just got an interception, only got 12 receptions out of 22 throws, no touchdowns.
Yeah.
All the touchdowns the Browns got were all special teams and defense.
It just goes
Defense.
to show, and this will come into play a little bit when we talk about the 49ers, but you can't bring a guy in off the street to play, even if they are a quarterback.
Yeah.
I mean, this will show with the Colts game.
Sure.
Yeah, there's
Get to that. So then we have y'all's game, the Jets at the Vikings.
Oh yeah.
This was at Minnesota. It was a pretty good game.
It's a good game.
Okay, I gotta say something. The
What?
announcers, they love
the
Jets
Jets.
quarterback.
Yeah.
They just shit all over the Vikings today.
He was the talk of the week because he won when they pulled Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
And yeah, there was a lot.
It's like,
it
hey,
wasn't just them. It was all week. The sports.
Where's
people.
the talk of like, hey, Vikings are going to be 10-2 if they win this, and this is an unheard of record for Minnesota.
Jets lose, and all they do is keep talking about the Jets.
Yeah.
It's really stupid. They're not giving anything to Minnesota. They're not giving anything. Their defense showed up. They had a defense.
They did for about 3.5 quarters, and then they about blew it, but they didn't.
They came back at the end as well, like they always do.
They sealed it with an interception. So
2 interceptions.
That's good. Vikings, like you say, 10-2, along with the Eagles, who are also Eagles are 11-1
or 11-1. Yeah.
So
Alex, I have a question about Saturday when we're done here.
Commanders at the Giants, and they tied 20-20.
Yeah. Weird.
I was really hoping the Commanders would pull this off because I like the Taylor Heineke story, but
do you consider a tie not a pull off?
I wanted them to win.
A win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to see the entire NFC East make the playoffs, and it just depends on what they do, because if the winner of the South is at 500 or maybe a little over, it could happen.
Right.
but
That's
the
0.05.
rest of the NFC East has to lose.
0.5.
The rest of the
How do you
NFC
say
North
point-
has to lose games too.
0.5.
Oh, that was
0.5,
0.5.
0.5.
Yeah.
It's 0.5.
I'm learning.
Yeah.
The chat is going wild. Do you want to?
It's because we're talking about football. We've got Quentin that says EMD Patrick because he's talking about screwing the freaking Broncos.
Broncos can kick rocks, he says. So yeah, the Broncos lost to a backup quarterback is what they're saying, and yeah.
So did the Dolphins.
We're all
Which
winners.
we will get to that.
Yeah, there's a lot going on with this day. Like a lot.
Titans at Eagles, and the Eagles just blew their doors off. They didn't even care. They just won. And they held Derrick Henry down, and if the Titans can't win with a big roll from Derrick Henry, they're not going to.
What's going to happen to the Eagles in the playoffs, though? I mean, they're
probably
going
gonna
to
win.
They're showing the strength now. I don't know.
They'll
gonna be
probably
interesting.
they'll probably get one more loss because likely they'll clinch early and
Yeah.
then they'll rest some starters
Right.
and get a loss there. And then
Minnesota
they'll
would have
be
clinched
reminded they
before
gotta win.
Philadelphia yesterday if the Lions lost.
Well, they'll clinch their division.
Yeah,
Not
that's
their-
what. That's
I
they,
meant-
they clinched
I
the
meant-
playoffs.
No, well,
Yeah.
yes, but there's clinching home field and clinching a playoff spot.
I'm just worried about clinching the playoff spot first.
Right.
I'm just
Minnesota
worried
can
about you
still
guys
not get it.
clinching something else.
Hey, we're talking football here. We're not getting into other things.
So you have the Seahawks at the Rams. This was actually a really good game too, and Geno Smith put on a show, and he's gonna probably win comeback player of the year, or whatever it is.
Right.
But they won 27-23. They're 7-5, leading that. Or no, they're not leading the division. The
He got
Niners
one
are
interception,
leading
though.
The division. Dolphins at 49ers. Jimmy goes down out for the year. They got some
Broke
dude
his
named
foot.
Brock Purdy as the third string.
Third string.
And they still won handedly against Tua and the Dolphins.
33-17.
I actually thought the Dolphins had that one.
Tua's injured now, right?
He hurt his ankle. I don't think
It's not permanent.
He won't be out,
Yeah.
but
Okay. He's going to be limited
he
on
did get
Sunday.
hurt. Could be. His
Yeah.
mobility could be, sure.
Unless they have a bye.
The fact that the Dolphins not only lost, but they lost pretty handedly
Mhm.
against third string.
Oh, there goes
I
your
don't know if
blanket.
that says more about the Dolphins or the Niners, but the Niners defense is really good, and they just handled it. It was in San Francisco, and an East team going west could have some effect, but
Are you uncomfortable,
they weren't
Alex?
scared.
No, keep going. I'm just like,
Chiefs at the Bengals. This is interesting because now Joe Burrow is 3-0 against Patrick Mahomes in 2022.
Is this considered a rivalry?
Could be if you consider
No.
what was the Colts and Patriots rivalry. Yes,
Well,
It
yes,
was. So
they
you
are.
could consider this. This could be like Manning versus Brady 2.0 with
That's
Mahomes
what I'm
versus
seeing.
Bengal, or
Yeah.
Mahomes versus Burrow.
Burrow, and Burrow's got the win on Mahomes.
And it's been 3 points every
Mhm.
game the last 3 games. So
crazy wins.
I kind of considered the Chiefs to go far and possibly the Super Bowl.
yeah.
They got to get through the Bengals, and
They
they
gotta.
didn't get through the Bengals last year.
No.
So the Bengals could be turning it on for getting hot as going into the playoffs. Now there's still 6 weeks left, 5
Right.
weeks left. So a
Yeah.
lot can happen in that time. But the Jamar Chase came back and he had a ridiculous catch that didn't even count because he stepped out of bounds. But it was a crazy outstretched one-handed catch that was just ridiculous.
Everyone's doing their one-handed catches this year.
Yep.
I know.
Everyone's trying for that one-handed. The Browns had some cool ones last week,
Oh yeah.
but we didn't. Did we really touch on that? I don't think we did.
No,
Probably not. It was.
there was just.
I wanna say
I
it
think
was
we
Amari
talked about it
Cooper.
a tiny bit.
I think it was Amari Cooper.
Yeah.
2 more games.
Okay.
Chargers at Raiders. Good for Patrick. The Raiders won.
Good for Patrick.
Good for Patrick. They barely pulled it off though.
Yeah, it was close.
27-20. I mean, but it's a one score. It's a full score.
And it's a divisional game.
Yeah. So it was kind of like, who shared the stadium with the Raiders? Was it the Chargers? Did they share the stadium before the Raiders left? Who in
Raiders
LA?
played in Oakland.
No, who in LA shared the stadium together before the Raiders went to Vegas?
The Raiders or the Chargers and the Rams share it.
The Raiders were sharing a stadium with somebody before they
Not-
left.
And you mean in Oakland?
No, in LA.
The Raiders didn't play in LA. They played in Oakland.
Dude, they played in LA.
Patrick
years
says.
ago they
Patrick
did.
says no one.
See?
Then it was the Chargers and Rams shared before the Rams got their own.
No, the Rams and the Chargers share SoFi Stadium now. They're both the LA teams.
I thought they had their own stadiums.
No, they share.
Huh. For some reason, I thought they had their own. It's interesting.
I think maybe
Patrick
at one
said
time,
nope.
Yeah.
Patrick, you would know better than me, but I thought maybe the Oakland, when the Raiders were in Oakland, they shared the
I swear
baseball
someone shared a
stadium
stadium.
with the Oakland A's. Because I
Oakland.
think I remember them playing on when the field was all baseball-y, playing on the dirt. And Patrick would be able to tell us.
He said Oakland.
Oh, that's great. You know, I have a shout series too. Put it in context.
Then LA by themselves.
Yeah.
Thank you, Patrick.
If you guys want to join our live chat, we are on YouTube every Monday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Then back
live.
to Oakland.
So we're just getting live chat.
Patrick, answer this question. Did the Oakland Raiders and the Oakland A's share a stadium?
Yeah,
Yes.
with the A's.
Okay, that's what I thought.
I thought it was weird because there was dirt on their
Yes.
stadium, and their stadium was so wide at one
Yeah.
end, and I was
Yeah.
like,
And I think they did that at Candlestick Park with the Niners before the Niners went to Levi.
mm-hmm.
They shared it with the Giants. The 49ers and the Giants shared
Okay.
shared a stadium. Last game, the Colts and the Cowboys. Oh, my goodness.
Jeff Saturday is just an interim coach. Let's just put that into our minds right now. He's not the head coach. He's interim.
He's the interim head coach.
He is going to be gone after this season.
Yeah,
He's out.
he probably won't be back.
I didn't know he played for the Colts.
He didn't.
No,
He
I
didn't
don't, I am
either.
not a Colts
He's
fan,
the
so
he's the famous center for Peyton Manning, so that's why Colts fans would know him.
oh, yeah. See,
He's
here's
there
the
for
thing:
like
when
12 years.
when the Colts went to the Super Bowl, I didn't pay attention to football at that time
What?
much.
Patrick says they were the last the last team, baseball and football teams to share a stadium.
Gotcha.
They were the last, yes, because the Vikings did share
So
with their
anyway,
with the
the
Twins
Colts
for a minute.
at the Cowboys, yes, the Colts at the Cowboys. It was close until the fourth quarter, and then I don't know what happened to Matt Ryan. I had it on while we were playing.
Yeah,
But they just killed them. I guess Matt Ryan made some mistakes. Cousin Andrew tells me, and they took advantage. He scored 33 points in the fourth quarter alone.
Cowboys will take advantage of you if you let up.
Their defense, they can make opportunities and score points off them.
They're scary right now. Didn't
Yeah.
think they were going to have an
They're gonna-
opportunity, but this year they're finally showing something.
They're getting hot, and
promising.
their defense is good. And
Yeah.
the old adage is offense wins games, defense wins championships. And sometimes it's true, sometimes it's not. But we'll see. Tonight is Saints at Buccaneers. I think the Bucs will probably win this, even though Tom Brady has struggled against the Saints in the regular season. But it's at Tampa Bay. The Saints don't have a quarterback. I don't even know if it's Andy Dalton or Taysom Hill or Jameis Winston. I don't know. But the Bucs will probably win this game. But yes, there is talk about the possibility of Tom going back to New England or somewhere.
Right.
And that, I don't know. The reason why Tom left is because New England and Belichick have such a by the book, do it this way or you're out of here kind of mentality with the locker room. And Tom was done with that. He wanted to have fun. And so if he goes back, it's because he wants to win a Super Bowl this year, and it's possible because their defense is really good. The only thing that stinks is their quarterback. Mac Jones stinks.
Tom apparently moved to Florida for his family, and now
he's divorced.
Yeah. So out.
Yeah.
He out.
Brett, you're making your girlfriend angry.
I'm sorry.
4 turnovers.
She said some mistakes, 4 turnovers in a
all
row.
right, so then he did really bad. Then I'll say
He did really bad.
It's he came back in after getting benched and they won, but Matt Ryan is he just can't play anymore.
Okay, we have a voicemail from Senor Patrick, so we're gonna play it. I know there's 2, but we're just gonna do one because they're both about the NFL. One's before the Raiders, one on last night, and one is now. So I'm gonna make sure I can hear myself this time because I wasn't able to last time. Okay, so here it is.
Is that 3 in a row? Holy crap. Who knew my boys can pull together a freaking win streak of 3 wins in a row with this piece of shit coach. But we did it somehow. We play this Thursday. Hopefully we can make it 4. I'm not saying we're going to playoffs, but it'd be nice to win out the rest of their season and make it. But, you know, I'm an optimistic. Why not? I'm also a realist, so probably not. But, you know, hey, I'm going to ride the wave while I can. Brett, I already know you're going to say something negative. They're not going to probably win the rest of the blah, 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 blah. So I'm going to ride the wave while I can. Raiders. Hashtag Fire McDaniels.
Okay, so I've never known anybody to enjoy the winning while also wanting the coach to be fired.
Right.
What's going to be funny is if they win out, which probably won't happen, but let's just say they win out
Right.
and he ends the season with the hashtag Fire McDaniels.
Do you remember me saying last year that I didn't like Zimmer?
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, I feel for him. I feel for Patrick because I know what that feels like. I hated our coach.
Hey, we
And
got a new coach, and I love this coach.
I actually watched a.
Would you love them if they were losing?
Well, probably not,
You
but
love them because they're winning.
Well, his positivity.
I
and
like-
the way he keeps their positivity.
yeah, I don't know. He's way better.
Well, and Mike Zimmer was a defensive coach.
Right.
And that's why I think Kirk Cousins has struggled.
Yeah.
O'Connell calls the offense.
Yeah.
yeah.
Which can have a much better relationship with your quarterback when
Right.
doing that.
Right.
Yes.
Not
I
only
feel like
that,
that really has helped
Jefferson
Kirk kind of
said-
come out of his shell.
Jefferson said that he had never been to Mike Zimmer's office ever.
Really.
Yeah. So Kevin O'Connell, when he found that out, he laughed. He's like, "Okay, you're coming to my office, and we're gonna hang out." So yeah.
Zimmer could have been the type that
he's very tight.
the offense, offensive
very tight.
coaches, you handle the offense,
Yeah.
and he just could have been hands off. And
But their defense was great. Minnesota had great defense
Most of
the
the time.
last few years.
Sure.
We did,
Yeah,
actually. I mean,
we
now
had
the
shitty
defense is kind
offense.
of like.
Now our defense is showing up a little bit here and there. It's nice.
We have a defense.
I was going to ask you, what are we doing Saturday? Because there are now 3 Saturday games this week.
Yeah. Is it
The
this week?
Vikings are playing. Yeah, Vikings are playing. Is it this week or is it next week? I think it's next week. Actually, I'm sorry, the 17th.
I'm gonna say it's not this weekend.
There usually are some Saturday games in December.
It's weird. And the Browns are playing on Saturday as well, the 17th, and I know the Dolphins are playing as well, different game. So I looked that up and I saw the Vikings game.
You just want to
for-
get yourself into a winning game to make up for
it's
the
actually
such
against
the burn.
it's against the Colts. That's going to be the 17th. Do
You
you
guys want to go to a Vikings?
do you want to go
Colts
to
game?
Minneapolis?
I work Saturdays.
Yeah. That's his only excuse.
I
I
work.
work Saturdays. You'll never be able to go to an NFL game with that attitude.
I don't work Sundays.
You'll never be able
Right,
to go to
but
an
you'd have
NFL
to
game
travel
if you
more
don't
than
work.
a state away for where we're talking about.
You're
It's
talking
not-
about
it's
like
not-
the Detroit game, right?
No, I'm talking about the Colts game in Minneapolis.
We're not driving to Minneapolis.
See, I'm not the only one.
I
She's not
said
doing
that.
it either.
I said that.
Why don't you
I'm
just-
sorry. If it was in Indy, I'd go there in a heartbeat.
Oh,
Okay.
absolutely. I'd have that. I've had that ticket bought right now. Anyways, moving on. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting week for a lot of people.
Come down to the stretch here of playoff pushes. So
Yeah, everyone's doing their best the best they can anyway. So, let's talk about some playing and watching. Got a little bit of stuff to talk about in that because Alex and I we're watching some stuff. What were we watching last night? We were watching the universe stuff, like this documentary about like ancient
Oh,
stuff.
ancient. Ancient something.
Yeah, cool.
that good old ancient something.
It was on like the History Channel or
No, it's
like.
Netflix.
Oh, was
It's
it?
a Netflix original series,
Oh.
yeah, called The Universe. It's talking about.
It's not
stuff that-
universe. It's like.
Yeah, it is.
No,
It's the universe.
no,
I
it's
guarantee it. I'm gonna take a photo of it and put it on our
I
on
swear
Twitter.
it's not.
I swear to God.
It's like Ancient Aliens is what it's called.
No, it's not.
There
That's
is a-
not what it is at
there
all.
is
I
a
know
show
what that
called
is.
that. Yeah, there is an actual show called
I know
Ancient
that one.
Aliens.
I'll never say I'm watching that one because that's insanity.
It is?
A little bit. Yeah. Oh, Brett's a little thirsty guy over there.
I don't know. I don't remember what it's called.
The universe. What?
Oh,
Reading a comment?
Quentin's asking if you got his DM on Discord kind of unfinished, but a response
It
nonetheless.
is a long response about our 13
Oh, okay.
lives. Let me show you, Alex.
We can do it at the end of the show.
Well, let me show you the length of it. My phone's gonna be dead by that time. So
Holy Oh wow, Quentin. Okay, we might have to
Wow.
Okay, Quentin.
it's like paragraph,
It's like a
paragraph,
Couple
paragraph,
pages.
paragraph. Yeah,
All right. Well, we did want a response from him.
that was a response to everything. My phone's gonna be dead in like a few minutes here, so I gotta get my notes up here.
I don't know. Can you send it to me on Discord?
Sent to you?
Yeah.
Well, actually, I should run and get my phone charger actually, so I can plug my phone in, or else it's gonna die.
Okay.
Plug it up
Either
here,
way.
so-
All right, Brett, playing and watching.
Yeah.
I don't think I did anything. We
What
played
about playing?
Gears last night.
Classic
Classic Horde. But yeah, I have not played. I don't think I've played anything new. Oh, I did start Days Gone, which is on PS5 or PS4. But it's the zombie survival game. It's okay.
How much do you think you've played of it so far?
About 2 hours probably.
Okay, so 2 hours probably not enough to really get a.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still getting used to it because it's got kind of a Walking Dead feel to where, it's post-apocalyptic basically, but you got to run around and do missions for people.
Is it like open world?
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like that's just kind of like the
It's
common
a little
thing to have now.
unforgiving with the combat though, because melee is like, it takes a decent amount of melee strikes to drop a zombie, and they're very rarely by themselves. Of course, ammo's
It is a
limited,
zombie you're
so-
fighting off, though. I feel like that
Correct.
would make sense.
What game you talking about?
Days
Days
Gone.
Gone.
Days Gone. That's on PlayStation.
Right.
Yeah.
I remember watching the gameplay to that when it first got announced. It looked like it was going to be hugely successful with all
Mhm.
of the zombies that were going to come in, and it's pretty barren. Or did they update that?
There's plenty of on-screen zombies, and you can run into a whole group to where you got to get out of there.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. Well-
yeah, it does happen occasionally, but I don't want to see huge groups because it interrupts what I'm doing.
Alex and I.
Oh, shucks. A zombie interrupted what you were doing in a zombie apocalyptic
right.
game.
I'm gonna be honest about. We were talking about class. You said classic horde before I walked downstairs. I think classic horde is boring.
I think
There's no objective.
that's
The objective is to get through 50 waves.
Objective is to not die, but I see why you think that. At the same time, I think that about the regular, and not necessarily when I'm by myself. When I'm with a group of people, it's boring to me because it becomes so easy with 13 turrets and with a supercharged melee hit and run around and just burn them all to death, Patrick. So that's what is boring to me.
Well, what do you like to do?
I like to shoot them with guns because that's what's on the battlefield.
He likes to do what we did last night.
Hmm.
So did you have fun last night?
I had a blast because I kind of, even though I had more MVPs than anybody, I was stayed up top.
Not by much.
I had 18.
I had 14.
I had
I
11.
still had more.
I feel like it was very.
It was pretty spread out.
Like I
Yeah.
was not
But
trying.
I didn't do what I normally do in Horde, which is run around and looking for them all. I stayed up top and
We all just
Sniped.
kind of stayed in our own
And I
little
loved it
areas.
'cause-
yeah.
it was fun for me, because I've never been much of a sniper in that type of gameplay.
I miss my bolt talk
But-
pistol, man. That thing rocks.
Yeah, and that was
You did stay
easy
up
to
on
get.
top of the map for
Yeah,
a while.
and I had a good vantage point, and when it got a little, for a while I was standing kind of in the middle up on that walk,
Yeah, the
so I could
walkway.
get
You get all both,
both
sides.
views. And then when we started taking more damage, then I went back to where I was because of the cover.
Yeah, I
Which
was always
which
in
one
that
of you guys
same-
was frozen in the ball sack?
Josh.
It was me, and I would.
It
Like,
wasn't Patrick.
I would get frozen. I'd hope he'd pick me up,
So you wouldn't.
so I
die.
wouldn't die. And then
he'd
he'd move
carry
me
you away.
away from the frozen area because he would be like right on top of me, like I'm gonna freeze. Pick me up now.
Did it work?
It did. Yeah,
It did?
twice. Yeah.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, I mean that was the point of that. Like I was like, oh, I'm gonna go down there. I melee and then shotgun, melee and shotgun.
I only got
That's my
stranger
thing.
danger twice.
Okay, I don't know why you call it that.
Because
but-
he comes up and he snatches you from behind and like.
Oh, the snatcher.
She makes up the names for the.
Yes,
does.
there's
Yes.
man monkeys and ball
Those are
sack
juvies,
and
that's a snatcher.
yeah. Because you
What do you
guys
call
know
the
what
little
they're
ball
called.
things? You call them little
They're
electric
little
balls.
I forget what they're actually called.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what they're called. I like kicking them though.
Well, then you have to.
You kick 'em and then you shoot 'em.
The other ones are leeches.
The leeches, I hate those. We didn't see too many of those.
I don't. Are you kidding?
Oh, you might have seen more. I didn't see too many.
Over on my side, it was just because they go.
It was only like a certain set of 10.
Get
Every
that on a
10
clip
waves
right
they
there.
switched.
Yeah.
So like the first set of 10 it was leeches, and the second set it was juvies, and then
Yeah.
the third set it was the rollers.
Yeah.
We also
So-
had exploding man monkeys too.
Right, they carry frag.
They're almost like
frag
the
grenades.
suicide grunts.
Yes, kamikaze.
Bless
Gesundheit.
you.
Gesundheit.
Excuse me.
Yeah. Alex and I checked out Call of Duty DMZ for Modern Warfare 2. It's basically the demilitarized zone. You go in with 3 people. It was me, Alex, and Quentin for the most part, and then we go in. We had it with Patrick, I believe. It was great. I love going in. It's
I liked it.
Warzone
I was
map.
actually like, I got back from my appointment this morning, and I was like, man, I kind of want to play DMZ.
DMZ is really fun.
I like it. It's fun.
The problem is though, it's only 3-player, so it's
Yeah.
really limited. Brett, I think it would be a reason for you to own Modern Warfare actually, because
I
is
feel
that
I
good.
feel like Brett
I
would
wanna
enjoy
get
that.
Modern Warfare 2 anyway because of the campaign.
Oh, okay. Well, it was on sale.
Well, it
I'm
kind
not
of
going
reminds
to-
me like the way that the Division is. It kind of reminds me a little bit of
DMZ
that.
kind of, yes. Well, it kind of is. You go in with your loot, and if you die, you don't get to keep your loot.
Yeah.
Is it against other players though?
Some of it. You don't
Some of
always
it.
run into
You
people,
don't
though.
always run into
Mm.
other players.
I had a really interesting. Oh, I wonder if I got that on a clip. I had an interesting moment where there's a part where you can get a weapon, a briefcase, but you're
Oh, yeah.
you're on the map though, and everyone
like
can
it
see
like highlights you.
Me, Patrick, and Brian were 30 meters away from this drop site where there's only 3 drop sites in the map where you can get taken out with a helicopter, or extraction point, I should say, not drop sites. And this briefcase was heading to where we were going to as well. We only had like 30 meters to get there. And we wound up taking out this squad and getting out with their weapon briefcase. So I got a blueprint out of it
Nice.
too.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
Just on
it
the
was
whim.
very intense.
It was an intense
because
moment.
like Patrick got on the helicopter and right before Josh got on the helicopter started to take off
So
without
I told
him.
Patrick to jump off and
He's like,
parachute back
Patrick, get
down.
off, get off.
It's really, it is a fun.
Josh, you hide.
I was hidden in the rocks while Brian was running around. And
that
Patrick,
was actually really
Patrick
intense.
had to extract because he had to get the gun that we dropped for him. That was a blueprint from us. So if you drop weapons, and the other person leaves with it, so if you play and I drop my TAC 56,
Yeah, I get it.
you get that
Oh, sweet.
and that level.
Okay.
We should be doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, it's a fun game mode. I'll probably be playing more of it. throughout the
Warzone
week.
2 is also. I'm liking Warzone 2.
Yeah, got a second victory. I'm going to show that at the end of our stream when we do our plugs. But I think we need to move into the movie, unless you guys have anything else you want to talk about.
65 players in DMZ. Massive map. Can't you run into players? Yes. Will you? Maybe.
Yeah, it's a really
Yeah.
it's
If you do, it's like once.
and it's just a squad.
Yeah.
And, I did wipe out a squad 1 versus 3. That was pretty awesome too. That was downtown in El Mazra, which is the name of the entire Warzone / DMZ map. And I wiped an entire squad on my own while they killed Patrick and Brian. And I stayed patient and went inside and yeah, they
I know. I did some work.
It was good stuff. It's a fun game mode.
Yeah.
I would have fun playing it with more time, more doing it. So, anyways,
Yeah.
Let's talk about The Crow. This was my choice of movie club movie. This movie came out in 1994. And the synopsis of this film, if you have not seen this, a man brutally murdered comes back to life as an undead avenger of his and his fiance's murder. Starring Brandon Lee, Michael Mincott, Ernie Hudson, Tony Todd, Tom Polito. What'd you think, Brett?
I don't like it.
Me neither.
I don't like it.
And you had not seen it?
No, none of us had seen this movie before.
I'd seen like clips, like
I'm
YouTube,
sorry
like
for
from
those.
people like reviewing it.
But I do see where people got things from. You
Yeah.
know, where certain themes and elements came from this movie.
like it was
were
in,
brought
like the
onto
movie
others.
inspired like thing. Like you
like
could
The
tell
Dark
it,
Knight.
Yeah.
You could see Nolan's Batman out of
Yeah,
this.
like it was definitely an inspirable.
Yes,
movie.
very much so.
like artistic wise.
You see Sting from WCW
Yes,
in it.
I
I
swear
was
that's
thinking
all I
that.
could see was Sting the whole time, and I'm like,
Actually,
"Ugh."
before I saw Sting, I'm like, he does give me kind of a Dark Knight Joker vibe.
Yeah.
Except that he's dead.
I wish Brandon Lee were still around because he did good acting. He was good.
He was good. I think
He was fun to see.
everybody else really was.
Except for
Oh,
Michael
Ernie,
Mincott.
Ernie Hudson was fine. Is that the main bad guy?
Yeah, you know him.
I thought so, but I didn't even know what's his character's name because I couldn't find him on
I-
IMDb.
Let me get on IMDb.
I don't
His
remember.
photo on IMDb is not really good. I
I
actually had
didn't
to
think
go
so
in.
because I'm like, I can't even find this
Let me
guy.
get it up here on the IMDb.
Three Musketeers.
He might not have seen that
I've
one.
never seen that.
What was the other one?
His
Robin
voice,
Hood.
Robin Hood.
His voice sounded really familiar. I have not seen Robin Hood.
Have you seen Robin Hood Sea of Thieves or Prince of Thieves?
Sea of Thieves.
I've
Prince
not
of
seen-
Thieves.
Is that the
Uh,
one with Costner?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
You
have
haven't
not
seen
it.
either of those? Man, I think one
Damn,
of those should
those
be
are-
a choice.
I'm gonna say those are really good.
They're really good
movies.
movies. Cheesy 90s films.
Cheesy 90s, but good.
Good. And I can't say that like it's biased because I saw them as teenagers.
I
wasn't-
know. I
wasn't,
even
young.
thought they were cheesy, but they're good. I know. I'm a huge
So
fan
Michael
of,
Mincott,
Three
he's also
Musketeers.
in Nope. 24. Adrian Cross.
I probably would recognize. him
24
if I
Live
saw
Another
him.
Day. What else? He's a voice in Darksiders 2. He does video game voice. Halo 2, Prophet of Truth.
Could be. That.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he has a very distinct voice.
Treasure Planet, Scroop.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Have you not
movie.
seen Treasure
I
Planet?
have seen Treasure Planet. Alien Resurrection, Elgin. No.
And I've seen it, but it's been years.
Yeah.
See, my brother
same.
recognized him from that movie.
Yeah, Three Musketeers. His name is Rochfort, but his name in The Crow is Top Dollar.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
And that's okay. So that's another thing I gotta say about The Crow. Dumb gangster names like.
Tintin.
It was
Did they even
94,
try?
Josh.
Fun boy.
Can I be upset about that, or do I have to? Give
Well, I
this
mean,
a
it was
90?
rated R, so I guess
what
they
was
could have
the
gone.
main guy's name that he sent off in the car? Did
What?
you guys recognize him?
Sent
No.
off in the car.
He tied him to his seat in the car and sped the car off and blew the car up. The main guy, the one who was putting cigarettes out on his tongue.
Oh yeah.
I don't know who he is.
Do you recognize the actor?
Yeah, I do.
No.
Are you talking about
I don't remember his name.
I just remember
there's
Tintin.
Fun
'cause I
Boy?
thought it was stupid.
Fun Boy and Tintin.
Gideon got stabbed with the sword and then shot?
That
in
was the pawn shop.
That was the
guy.
pawn
Yeah.
shop guy.
Which one are you talking about? Mickey?
I
I
don't
don't know.
That's
Which
the
one.
main guy.
You know, I don't remember which one you're talking about.
The guy that was remember he gets into the Firebird, the red car, and they're chasing and whatnot.
Yeah.
And then he tapes him to the
him
seat,
to the
Puts
seat,
a
and
grenade
then
between his legs.
sends him on his way, and then the car blows up.
That was Fun Boy.
No, Fun Boy
No,
was the one
Fun
he
Boy
put
was
in
the guy that
shower.
got.
He killed him and then put him in the shower.
Yes.
Frick. I'm remembering the scene. Because
I
he's
don't know his
screaming
name.
I
at
don't
him.
really care his name. I just want you to know if
He's
you
just
know the
I know
actor.
you. I knew you. I knew you.
What was the line you hated though? Oh,
Yeah,
Brett
I'll
was
go
talking about something first.
Yeah.
I don't remember. What
That
about him?
actor is the old guy in John Wick who comes with the cleanup crew.
Okay.
He's
It
also
is?
in Commando. He's in a few things, but those are the ones I remember. He's the Longest Yard, the guy who.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember the dude's name in the movie.
What
though.
was the shit phrase?
Oh, so I this is where I started not
She
taking
lost
movies
it.
seriously. I was like, I can't do it anymore. The pawn shop guy. Oh shit on me!
Oh, he said that.
Yeah.
3 times in the movie.
I don't remember that.
Shit on me.
Shit on me!
But I did. I was with you too.
saying oh fuck, except
I
he said
checked
oh shit
out-
on me.
I checked out about halfway through. I mean, I watched it, but I'm just.
You
like,
checked out too. Yeah.
Oh,
me
man,
too. That's
it's
why
just-
when you mentioned the car thing, I know the scene. I just don't.
It was
remember.
just back in '94, being
Would this
as old
movie
as
been
we
good
are,
in '94?
I think we would have enjoyed it back in '94.
I mean, first of all,
But-
the city itself looks
It
like
has
crap.
it has a lot of Batman Forever vibes to it, as far as the way that the
but it looks so bad.
Apparently, all the pistols have unlimited ammo.
Oh my
yes,
god.
oh my
that
god,
too.
everything has unlimited ammo.
Well, we gotta get some facts about this
Yes,
film.
do
Yeah,
some
'cause
facts.
Brandon Lee
We do
died
know.
during filming,
Yes,
correct?
he did.
Yes,
Because
he
at
did.
the end it does say for Brandon and Eliza. I don't know who Eliza
I don't know who
is.
Eliza is.
Okay, let me get to the facts on this film. It's actually really sad. It was the guy who played hold on, I had it. We just said his name. The guy
Fun
about
Boy?
the Fun Boy. That's the one who shot him.
Oh, really?
hmm He's
That's
still,
right, because we talked about it last week as a kind of an Alec Baldwin situation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And okay, now I had it. There's stuff about this film that was really there's like although he was not at fault for the death of Brandon Lee, he stopped acting for a year because he was so traumatized by the incident.
I'm surprised it was
Sure.
only a year, to be honest.
His next film was a small role in Seven, but up until his death in 2016, he had never watched the film.
I couldn't.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't. Yeah, the
Like, it was like a prop gun that was loaded, or
yeah, it was a loaded prop gun, and I don't know how that happens.
Yeah, well, I think I said last week, like, why have live ammunition on the set at all?
at all.
Yeah, it shouldn't even exist.
Unless it wasn't a live round, maybe it was some kind of, I don't know what they use in movies for blanks. You know, I just don't know.
Oh my God. I think everybody on set was high on cocaine the entire time. According to Empire magazine, cocaine abuse was rampant on set, with cameramen shooting whilst high, crew going into toilets to snort between shots, and people cutting around. I don't know what that means.
Who is the director?
That's a good question. Let me go up to that before I can move on there.
I mean, did you see how much?
Alex Proyas?
Did you see the him snorting cocaine
Yeah,
on
the
the?
big
I was
old
like,
pile
it was
there.
like, man, who are you, Al Pacino?
Right? It's like a big old pile on that.
The director
metal
did
tray.
Dark City. I don't know.
I've
anything
never
else
heard of
really.
that director.
Yeah, it's okay.
I guess in the 90s, that doesn't really surprise me if everybody was hopped up.
Yeah.
But how did they finish filming?
I'll tell you. I
Okay.
actually have the scenes.
Okay.
The following scenes were completed after his death. Draven's when he first enters the apartment after digging himself out of his grave. So that entire footage was you
On
don't see his
back,
face.
His back, yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
yeah, composed the scene where he walks through the doorway. Computer technology added drops of water to the door frame to make it look like there was water on his back and didn't seem out of place. The shot of Draven falling from the window was made digitally, composing Lee's face. It didn't look good.
No, it didn't.
onto
Neither
a
did the
body
scene
double.
with his hands.
Mm-mm.
Those looked really bad.
I mean, of course, it's CG.
Well, I mean,
Sure,
that was
sure.
The effects
for
were so
'94,
bad.
probably all right.
What else? The scene where Draven puts on his makeup was filmed using a double. That
Okay, because you
can
don't really see his face until
Mhm.
after everything's done.
Yeah, the face in the smash mirror was Lee's, computer altered to fit the shards. The image of Draven walking through the window with the crow on his shoulder was a double with Lee's face added during lightning flashes. That's okay. That was okay.
That was okay. Yeah.
When Sarah visits the apartment, we never see Draven's face as it's double. So a lot of the apartment scenes and
It
becoming
was very
the Crow.
dark in the apartment.
That's
Yeah.
really, yeah. It's that's where I'm just like, I'm not so sure that was. Should they have brought the movie out after all that? You know.
I'm sure there was a lot of do we not.
Well, and it sounds as though most of the filming was done before this happened.
Well, yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, he's in 90% of the movie.
Exactly. So maybe it was just
Ooh.
like, well, we've already spent so much money producing it. Let's just put it out.
This is a hot take.
And it probably made more because he died, honestly.
Oh, I could see that, yeah. And I have to tell you about all the stuff that were spin-offs of this movie. So many after this. So according to John Polito, the pawn shop guy, Brandon Lee actually cut himself on breakaway glass in that scene. So he feared the set was already cursed enough.
I think I'd heard that before. Like,
So
when
he
we've
was
seen, like,
he
a
said
YouTube
that he
video.
feared that he would die on set. Like there might be an accident. Like he said that, you know, during the Twilight Zone the movie, some people had that same kind of like feeling, you know. There's an actual death on that. You know that, right? Twilight Zone the movie? Yeah, airplane crash.
Oh.
Or was it helicopter crash killed the lead and hit I think a small child.
Ooh.
Yeah. I might be wrong about that. I've never seen the movie.
Ashley on YouTube says The Crow is why people didn't understand why it happened again with Alec Baldwin. Precautions were taken a lot
exactly.
after this movie.
Alec Baldwin's set thing that seems very controversial because there's some
You would think like the
other
gun
stuff
gets
behind
handed to
that.
5 different people and shot multiple times, and then okay, now you can use it.
yeah. According to in Blu-ray commentary, Alex Proyas said that Brandon Lee, that's the director, said that Brandon Lee was unhappy with the way his face paint looked when the makeup department applied it to him before shooting. Lee and Proyas agreed that it would be best if Lee applied his own makeup every night, just like the Joker did for Heath Ledger's Joker.
Get
He did
into-
his own makeup.
Yeah, get into character.
Naturally look more worn out. Some believe that because of the tragic death of Brandon Lee, this movie is responsible for the changing gun safety standards in film.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean,
You'd almost have to, you would think.
yeah. There's a lot of stuff about this film that are just dealt around the whole shooting. The director wanted to shoot the entire movie in black and white, closer to the comics. Like,
Honestly, that would have been fine. I think it
Like
would have
Sin
good.
City
It would have looked like Sin
That's
City.
exactly what I
Yeah,
was thinking.
I think it
But-
would have. I think it would have made the movie better. Honestly.
I agree. Myself, there's a lot more facts about this film. We don't want to hang on this one too much, but it's very interesting to me that this was, the budget was $23 million.
Wow, really?
That's a lot for.
Well, I mean, I
the
think that with all the
90s.
CGI that they had to do,
Well,
that's probably why.
they made $100 million back,
Nice.
Okay.
so that's not awful.
Pretty good return.
Yeah, I'll give this movie a 6.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I can't give it any higher because it was meh. You going lower? Where are you going?
Like 4.5, 5.
Yeah, you were bored.
I really just
You were bored.
I was pretty bored with it.
And
The only time I actually liked it was when he was on screen. I don't know why. Like
But-
he was like
and
the
when he
only
was
person
talking.
I was when he was on screen and talking.
Not when he was just doing action. because
Yeah,
the
the
action
action
shots
was
were
just
bad.
kind of like eh.
They were.
But no, when he was actually on screen and talking, he had my attention. But really, other than that, it just seemed all the other actors was just cheesy as fuck. Like I couldn't get into it, and I was like,
agree.
the opening scene where it spans across the buildings, it looked like a miniature set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looked like Evanescence Bring Me to Life. Alex and
oh yeah, it
said that.
looked like exactly like it.
So yeah.
It's not even it's a fictional city, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't even know if they said
Inner city, I think. is,
they
I
called
thought I
that.
saw that on the cop car,
Mm.
Inner City Police,
Mm.
and then I saw it in the subtitles down or through the movie, I should say.
All right, what are we doing next week?
Have y'all ever seen Michael Clayton?
I might. Yeah.
What
it's
is
got
it?
George Clooney in it.
I don't know, but the reason I picked it
We could do
or
that.
was going to choose it is
We can.
because the podcast that I listen to the most is like every other month. Somehow this movie comes up and they say it's a great movie. I don't even know what it's about.
All right, well,
So
Josh,
7. I gotcha.
Josh gotcha.
I've seen this movie.
You have?
Yes.
You like it?
It was it's George Clooney. I'm not a big George Clooney fan, so I can't give you my honest opinion. I'll have to rewatch this.
Okay.
All right, here is the synopsis. A law firm brings a fixer to remedy the situation after a lawyer has a breakdown while representing a chemical company that he knows is guilty in a multi-billion-dollar class action lawsuit.
Okay.
So it's like a lawyer movie. It's got George Clooney, Tilda Swinton, Tom Wilkinson, Michael O'Keefe, Sidney Pollack. There's a few other people that you might recognize, but yeah.
Oh, Josh, you didn't pull up the
2007. What?
you didn't pull up the Rotten Tomatoes and the stuff for The Crow.
Oh, The Crow. Critics 84, fans 90.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
I wonder if anything is influenced by the death.
I don't know.
Like if the ratings are
Maybe the
influenced by
ratings
that.
are based off of their people seeing it in the 90s, and it's based off of nostalgia.
I mean, yeah, maybe.
I mean, if you think about it, there are some bad movies that are made in the 90s that have good
I don't
ratings.
feel like this one aged well.
No,
It didn't age
no.
Like this is
I
definitely
agree.
like
very
a
well
90s.
could have been very good in 1994.
Yeah, this
but
was
you're
definitely
right, I
a
don't
90s
think
movie.
it aged poorly.
I agree.
The early 90s movie.
I did want to mention that Top Gun Maverick came to theaters this past weekend.
They brought it back out.
Brought
for
it
2
back
days,
again.
yeah.
What? Really? Are
Just-
they trying to fight Avatar?
I don't know.
Probably.
I mean, it was only for the 2 days. It's not an extended.
Paramount
stay,
did that,
but-
right?
yeah.
Okay, so Disney is doing Avatar. 3 hours and 21 minutes,
I
dude.
will not be seeing it.
We will be.
Avatar?
Yes.
320?
Yes. You're gonna have to enjoy this one.
By the way, did
We'll
you
be
see
seeing it.
that Andor is on Hulu?
No.
No.
Yeah, I think. It showed up in a banner on my Hulu. I'm like, what's that doing there? Shouldn't that be on Disney Plus?
That's interesting to me that maybe I could see them doing that so they can promote more Star Wars stuff, because Alex and I got rid of our Disney Plus. We had it for a month, but yeah, I don't know. I want to talk about some trailers that came out. There's a lot.
Yeah, we actually had quite a few released.
Loads of trailers, guys. We want to... It is.
Wow.
Does it say you have to be part of something?
Like, is it like the
I don't
premium?
think so, because
Just
yeah, it'll
says
have that
stars.
stars down there in the corner, but
Interesting.
Okay.
it apparently expires Wednesday.
Okay.
Oh, so they're just doing
It's like a
so
temporary
many, or-
release.
Get people hooked on it.
Okay, so it's only the first 2 episodes.
Ah, it's exactly it. It's get people hooked on Disney Plus.
Yep.
That's
They got
okay.
a deal.
It's a promotional thing. I get it.
Yeah.
They're offering Disney Plus for $3 for the first subscribers right now. So we did that. That's why we're like, oh, let's try it out again.
Mhm.
Didn't really use it to our advantage though. We started watching WandaVision and then we stopped. So Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Are you excited?
The trailer gets me excited. What my brother told me made me go to it.
What did your brother tell you?
That
The synopsis?
apparently it got leaked, like the what it's about, like the plot and everything.
Okay.
And the one thing Josh and I literally said days before this trailer came out was, I hope they don't wake it up or have this movie like 2022 woke, which is turning it into like giving it to a female,
Not
Like-
necessarily that.
You knew
A
that he was
legacy
gonna-
character.
like a legacy character.
I don't
Right.
care.
and-
I don't care. Like they did it with Pirates. They did it with The Matrix. They did it with. They're doing it with this.
You know he's
probably.
gonna hand it off to somebody.
But it's
Don't hand off franchises.
this.
End them.
I know.
I
Okay,
agree.
but this is how I feel. This is Indiana Jones. The movie is fucking named
You
his name.
you can't end them if you're a big company, because that's dollars. You know,
I
the
know,
Indiana Jones franchise, that license is worth major money.
I like that you advocate that because that's so true. But I hate
but I
it.
don't
I-
like that they're
I
doing
totally
it.
agree.
I think it's fucking stupid.
But you have they have to
I'm
do
a
it.
girl and I want to be Indiana Jones. Oh, okay, well,
Indiana Jones
Sure.
is not. Indiana is not a male or female name. It's not really a name.
no,
at
I'm not
all,
even talking about
so-
the name. I'm
the
saying
dog's
like
name.
that is his character's name. Well, I mean, yes, he was named after his dog. I know that, but
That was
it
good.
is Indiana Jones is Indiana Jones. Like it is him.
Harrison Ford.
It
what
is
you're saying.
Harrison Ford is Indiana Jones. It's not blah 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 who was Harrison Ford is now this is Indiana Jones. That's fucking stupid.
Careful. There's
Careful
a lot,
to have an opinion.
There's a lot of
I
franchises.
have a very strong opinion about
There's
this,
a lot
okay?
of
I grew up with these movies just like you guys did.
Holy.
It pisses me off.
There's a
telling you.
lot of franchises that do this already, and they are successful.
Okay, and good for them.
Jurassic
Girl
Park.
Meets World. Jurassic Park did that too. 90s show.
Well, they a lot of
90
them
show
have
isn't like
had-
out yet, is it?
But that's considered spin-offs anyway.
Yeah,
You can
it's a
do
spin-off.
that.
I
You
that's-
can do
that's
that
also
for
TV
series.
versus movies.
Yes, but they're TV series spin-offs. That's okay. But I'm just saying that there's legacy. That's all they're doing. Legacy characters. And
Scream.
that's Scream. Thank you. I was okay with 4 because
Like 5.
it felt screamish.
Yes.
5, I didn't like the paranormal part.
Mm-mm.
The fact that she can see her dad. Spoiler alert for a 2-year-old
Yeah.
movie. Meh.
I mean,
Hated
I
it.
will see Indiana Jones just
We
because
will. Yes.
I've
What do you
seen
think
all
of the title?
others.
Dial of Destiny.
I don't like it.
So we're gonna be going through time apparently.
That was
Time
the other thing
travel.
is my brother said that if this is true, what's going to happen, because you can also see it in the trailers, you see different versions of Indiana Jones.
De-aged.
De-aged. So apparently he's going back in time to do something so his goddaughter can take over for him or something like that. And I'm like, really?
Why are you upset about that?
It's literally just a way for them to jump backwards and redo Indiana Jones with a girl.
Who's in this though? Sala?
Oh, Sala?
Sala.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited about that.
John Rhys Davies.
Yeah, like I was like in the trailer, I was like, "Oh look, I saw it." And Josh was like, "Is that the same guy?" I was
It's
like, "Yeah,
also,
it is."
What's his name in Lord of the Rings? The dwarf.
It is.
Yeah.
He went insane for a minute there. Did you know that?
I didn't.
Like the makeup department stuff that he had was actually making him high on set. He was actually believed he was in Lord of the Rings.
Oh,
Yeah, I
my.
remember seeing that. Yeah, that's why it's so much better to watch the movies.
Because he believes he's there.
he like gets really into it.
What's his name?
It was like the glue or something from like
I don't
his
remember
his
His-
facial hair or something.
I'll look him
The
up.
dwarf in Lord of the Rings. Can't believe I don't remember this.
Gimli.
Gimli.
That's it.
If you wanted his actual, did you want his actual
Well,
actor?
His real name is John Rhys Davies.
It is. Dang. I didn't know that was him though. That was him
Yeah.
from.
And
Indiana
now I'm not
Jones.
ever going to be able
Well,
to
he
see it
has
again.
He
or
has
I'm
a
confusing
very
the same.
specific name. That's how I knew because you couldn't tell him in Lord of the Rings that was Sulla.
We have a quote from Jeff in YouTube, and he's like one of the biggest Indiana Jones fans.
I know, right?
Look at Harrison Ford. He's old.
No. He doesn't say that.
Look, Harrison is old, and he
That's
is.
not what Jeff says.
Oh, I'm
That's
sorry,
Ashley.
I saw Jeff's Indy 5. I'm actually looking forward to it. Well,
Is what Jeff says.
Here's the problem with the. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. Now, the trailer is a nostalgia grab, like my brother says, which is what I want, and I'm hoping the movie is just full of just old nostalgia stuff. I don't like that he's going to be handing the torch off because just freaking end it,
He was
but they
going to do it to
can't.
Shia LaBeouf.
I didn't want that either.
Yeah.
That would have made
Anyways,
more sense.
so we've got
it would have.
we've got
and I think it
Ashley
would've
on
been
YouTube says,
okay.
"Look, Harrison is old and he is done doing these movies. I am not surprised he is handing it off, but let me ask you this. Would you rather him handed it off to his son from Crystal Skull? No, thank you. Like, I mean, that's just what I just said. No, I
Here's
didn't
the-
want that
here's
either.
The thing, Crystal Skull.
I don't want him to hand it off to anyone.
I like Crystal Skull.
Well, you have the
graphics were great in that movie.
The
except for the
license
monkey
has
part.
to live on. It has to. So, how do you
But-
want it to
But
do
hey,
that?
let me plant something in your
Hey.
guys' heads real quick.
Let me plant something in your head.
Wait 1 sec.
This has been done before.
Let me get. What if it didn't?
It has to. It's
Alex,
worth too much
What
money.
if it didn't?
This has already been done in the 90s. Young Indiana Jones was done.
There was a TV show.
But Indiana Jones is still here, and they're using him, which is fine. Don't
weren't
put in a
using-
new Indiana Jones.
They weren't using Harrison Ford in the Young Indiana Jones.
No, it was a young actor.
Well,
It was just a different
I think it was
actor
just a
entirely.
nobody.
But in like this much of the movie.
Chronicles.
Are you upset that they even that they had a different actor portray him at the beginning of the third one, Last Crusade? Would you be
River?
upset about that then too? Because that's
It's too.
was-
That was a tiny
that was
bit to
River.
show
I'm just
the
pulling strings. I
history.
don't care.
Yeah, you can't do that to me. I love these movies. Okay,
You like 4?
I don't like 4.
You like 2?
so it's kind of like.
I like. To
It's
pretend
kind of
4
like
doesn't
okay, so I,
exist.
I
it's
don't
kind of
like
like
to.
the thoughts of having the original 3 Star Wars movies. I like the original 3 Indiana Jones.
I could not stand 2.
I like 2.
Cannot stand it.
It's better than 4 for me.
Nah. I think 4 is better for me because it looks good. The movie looks great.
It's fine, but it does have its cheesiness to it. It's not.
The monkey swinging part we can skip.
That's what I was really going for. It's like-
You know those that ant scene though when the guy lands on that anthill that scared the crap
that
out
was
of me.
a little messed up, yeah. But
either
I
way.
know it's fine. It's definitely. I feel like this is going to mess things up.
It will live on outside of.
Yes,
Harrison
I know,
Ford.
Ashley. That's what Brett's saying. She says it's Disney. Sorry, it's gonna happen. So yeah, I know. But what if it didn't?
We have more trailers. Alex, did you watch the Last of Us trailer? Did you watch it? The Last of Us, the
No.
live action series. Did you?
No.
No.
I didn't either. But apparently
We
that
are
came
doing
out, and
the
I want to
Indiana
see
Jones movies in January on Pixie Dust Twins that you should join. Okay, all right. I got invited onto a podcast. I'm going.
it. You got invited on.
Yeah, I'll go.
We were supposed to have Ashley on this one, I believe, because I think it's Cinderella or Snow White's anniversary or something.
What?
Oh, I don't know anything about
That's
that.
coming up soon. We had this conversation like a month
Brett's
ago.
the headlights like, oh yeah.
She will come on whenever we say the word.
Okay.
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 trailer came out, and I'm looking forward to this one. It looks great. Adam is going to be in this. The golden dude. Are you with me, Alex?
Yes, Adam.
You were really excited about Guardians of the Galaxy until now.
I still am.
Yeah.
I'm until I actually go and see it. It's gonna be like a hooray! Let's go see it.
Did you watch Beast Wars in the 90s?
No.
I
No?
did.
But
So,
I saw that
Transformers: Rise of the Beasts.
I am actually excited about
I
this
am
one
too.
just
I am
because
too.
of Beast Wars because
They've
I did
got
watch Beast Wars
Optimus
in the 90s.
Primal is right in there, and they got Cheetor. If they have the Velociraptor, I'll be very
Is
happy.
Michael Bay doing it?
Actually,
did
I don't
not
know.
see that. I didn't see it credited, so I'm gonna guess not.
Probably not. 'cause
Might be
that
why
would
it looks
a-
good.
That would be they would feature that.
The last night I didn't even watch. So
I didn't either.
it was
I didn't watch that or Age of Extinction.
Age of Extinction was okay. It was nerdy, but it was
Wait.
okay.
What's 4?
Age of Extinction
Okay, I did see that one. What was the next one?
last night.
Is that the last ones that they did?
They did Bumblebee.
Oh,
Bumblebee.
we watched that with
Yeah.
the movie club one.
Yeah, we watched that
Alex didn't like it.
No, that wasn't
one. No,
good.
it was.
I liked
It was
it.
not good. And then they got this one.
I
coming
thought
up.
it was better than Age of Extinction.
Okay.
Age
That's
of
fair.
Extinction was so long.
It was so long.
After the first 3 movies, it's been like
I agree.
this.
Yeah.
Like, am I gonna like this one or not? I'm really hoping I like this one though, because I actually
I
really
think
like.
The
I
Last
like to
Night
Beast Wars.
is agreed to be the worst of the movies.
It had Anthony Hopkins in it.
Did they?
Yeah. That's what's bad. And I think Mark Wahlberg reprised his role too.
I was
Um,
okay with him.
Now, I'm going in with an open mind entirely in this next one. Super Mario Bros. Come out with an official trailer with all the voice actors.
Uh-huh.
You can hear everything.
Is
You can
Yo-
see
People
everything.
were saying Yoshi was in it.
I
Did I
didn't see
miss it?
Yoshi. Did we miss Yoshi?
I guess we did.
Didn't see Yoshi.
In the comments, they're like, "Oh, I'm so happy to see Yoshi finally," and I'm
Well,
like,
you do see all the Toad, like the whole Mushroom Kingdom, so you should be able to see Yoshi.
"I didn't see Yoshi."
Let's take another
It's
peek at
probably
it.
like
Yeah.
there's Yoshi in the background.
And I'm optimistic with everything. And it looks good. As long as they don't make Peach into too much of a badass, I'll be happy.
I see. This is another one.
they're-
Another one that they're trying to woke or wake or whatever you want to call it.
Peach
generation.
is the damsel.
She's always been a damsel in distress, which is fine. It's fine. I want her to be that. She's
the
a
first
princess
movie.
that needs saved.
Hey,
she
hey,
doesn't need
Alex,
to be a badass.
For the first movie. And then the sequel, maybe
Sure.
she comes
Wait.
back
Maybe
as
she
Super
can come
Peach
back.
or something.
That's
Hey,
fine.
You're forgetting something.
What?
If you're calling it, if you're saying that they may go woke, they're not gonna maybe not put a female character in a damsel in distress situation.
Yes.
Well, was it
because
Pauline?
Because apparently not all girls need saved, which is very true. But this is a video game movie,
Sure.
and that is what it was all about.
That
In
was
Donkey Kong,
that was her
the
role?
original Donkey Kong, where you go up and you have to like do all the levels and you have to save the princess because Donkey Kong grabs her. That was where Peach
no,
was.
that was not Peach.
Well, it looks
It
like
wasn't,
Peach.
It was.
It looks
Pauline.
whatever.
Yeah.
It looks like Peach. And then you've also got at the beginning where Bowser, like at the beginning of Super Mario Brothers, you got Bowser coming up and he takes her. Oh my God, Mario, help me!
Every single Mario game.
That's the whole point.
So in Toy Story 4, they made
Again, I'm
Bo
upset.
Peep. They made Bo Peep into this ninja star.
Yes, and
suddenly.
I didn't
she
like
knows
it.
how to do. And it was
Didn't like it.
weird.
Didn't like it.
I think that's what they're doing with Peach.
I didn't like it.
So here's another thing about this movie. They have Mario Kart in it. They have Smash Brothers in it. They have Rainbow Road.
They do like it's
Oh.
gonna be a nostalgia movie, but I'm hoping they don't overpower it with this
Too much. Don't overload it. You do see Mario.
strong female presence.
You see Mario fight Donkey Kong, like on a Smash Brothers kind of style, and it looks great.
It does. It actually made me really happy.
So it could be good. And then you also see like some side scrolling.
I will say that Jack Black sounds amazing as Bowser.
And I'm not.
I was
upset.
when I heard when then like they first came out with the whose
the
voices
teaser,
and stuff.
yeah.
I'm like, really, Chris Pratt's gonna play Mario? Like that's weird. But he sounds great. And then I was like, really, Jack Black as Bowser? You couldn't have picked anybody else. And now that I've seen the trailer, I'm like,
What do you think about Charlie Day
I
being
don't,
Luigi?
I don't like Charlie.
You need to
Day.
be okay with Charlie Day because you want to know why? I'm Mr. L over here. I wear the green, the L, the Luigi, and I'm okay with this entirely.
I don't like Charlie Day. I don't. Even if I met him in person, I'd be like, "What's up, Charlie Day?"
So this is
I'm not
interesting.
a fan of you.
I wonder if we're gonna see Toadette. Would you see a lot of just
Probably.
Toad?
I feel like we're gonna see.
Is it gonna be voiced by Keegan-Michael Key? Because I think he's doing all the Mushroom Kingdom.
All right, I'm fine with that.
He's
actually.
funny.
He's actually pretty funny.
He's a
I
good.
like
He's a
him.
good voice actor.
But what I'm really just praying for is that they don't womanize the storyline,
Okay.
like the woke thing.
Coming from you, it's interesting that like you have that take. Like you should be all.
Because I have boobs in
No,
the JJ,
no,
I'm
you
supposed
should-
to be pro.
You should no. You should be open to Peach's other form because she's like
But this is not
she.
an original. This is Peach's
Brett's staying quiet this whole time.
Peach.
Alex is yelling.
Because it pisses me off. You can yell too when something
No,
pisses you off.
I didn't say stop.
I didn't say stop. No, I'm trying to say, like, playing these growing up, you rescued the princess because the princess needs saving.
Right.
And it didn't matter whether or not, like, that didn't affect the way that I liked playing as Peach in any of the other games. Like, oh, I don't want to be Peach because she needs saved. No, that's not it. You just like the character. Now they're just trying to be like, well, Peach is the only girl, so or Daisy too.
Daisy's there. Pauline is also there, and Rosalina, maybe.
But here's
I don't know
the
if
thing.
they'll go in that direction.
It's a princess. It's a damsel in distress. She needs saved. She doesn't need to get a sword in her hand and fight. Now, at the very end, after she gets saved, sure, fight some stuff off. I don't care.
I'm calling the teaser
What?
for the next movie. Illuma shows up for Mario Galaxy.
Who's Illuma?
Okay, you haven't played the Mario Galaxies.
No.
So Illuma is like the star guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
They are all over Mario Galaxy, like 1 and 2, and I just love them. So if they do that for the sequel and they go way out, they can do whatever they want to this movie.
I like that they try to bring more of a like woohoo girl power kind of thing, but they're coming on too strong these days, and they need to tone it down.
Okay.
They don't need to be like men are better than women are better than men, and it's supposed to be like equal kind of stuff. But I think they're coming on a little too strong these days, and it's taking me off. I don't like it. Just saying, that's my opinion.
Okay.
But I'm still gonna watch this movie because it's Mario and it looks good.
We're taking our nephew.
And we're taking our nephew.
Well, maybe weekends.
And then we're going to Japan.
No, you do realize they're building that here.
Yeah, I know. And it's probably not going to be open for another 10 fucking years. So
no,
we're going to go
it's
to
like
Japan.
going to be open next year.
No, it's
actually,
not.
They had a whole bunch of stuff.
Do you know how many hurricanes have happened down
there? That doesn't matter. They prepare for that.
Fort Myers is gone.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. It's like wiped away.
Did we talk about John Wick 4 already?
Yes.
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 Looks
amazing. Can't wait.
The trailer came out a few weeks ago.
Yes.
Yes.
Trailer
Looks amazing. Can't wait.
You haven't watched it?
I didn't watch it.
Looks good. It
Looks
actually
amazing,
looks
can't wait.
amazing.
Yeah,
I want to watch all 3.
It redeemed it for 3.
It did, yes, because 3 was bad for me.
You didn't like 3.
I did not like 3.
I know. I like all of them.
Alex, we have to watch this trailer. I have not watched it yet because it's for you and me.
What?
Gen V, the Boys prequel series. Yeah. Being released.
Is this how they're testing it? The
It's like
V?
It's like a college thing about Compound V. So we're gonna get a whole new spin.
Oh, I'm okay with that.
So The Boys is already amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Had
I
you
love it.
continued that? No. Are you going to?
Eventually.
Alex and I are gonna pick up Wednesday. We're gonna watch that.
I actually wanted to start watching it tonight.
Yeah,
Like
I think we will.
First episode or 2 tonight.
Yeah, I don't see why not. I'm interested because it's the Addams Family, and we've always been fans of
Yeah, we've been trying to watch Addams Family Values for
the
how
whole
long?
month of October.
The whole month of October.
Paramount Plus wouldn't play it. And
It would play the first like 5 seconds, and then
it wouldn't even play that. It wouldn't even play the Paramount logo. It would play the commercial before,
and then it would
because-
just pause.
Yeah,
Now it's on like every platform.
I couldn't find either one of them today.
they're on
yours?
Netflix.
They're on Netflix.
That's why. That's the one I don't have.
Yeah, so Addams Family Values and the first one is on Netflix and Wednesday. So.
Maybe we should just watch Addams Family Values tonight, then start Wednesday up for
That's
couples
the
night.
second one, right?
Yeah, Values is great.
Yeah, I love the second one.
I mean, they're both great.
I feel like the second one, as an adult watching it, Josh and I, like, I'm never gonna forget, like, you and I watching it for the first time in, like, you know, a decade. Like we had not seen it since we were like 10, and then we saw it when we were in our early 20s in Chicago. And we're like, holy shit, we get all the funny jokes now, and it's like legit funny adult
Which
jokes.
one is it when they go to camp?
That's 2.
That's 2.
That's 2.
That's a good
Yeah.
one.
I
I'm
am
a
a turkey.
turkey.
Eat me. We both like went.
So what do you think about? Did you watch the trailer for that '90s show?
I did.
What do you think about that?
Boy, I will watch it. I hope they don't rely on Red being red for the humor.
Looks like he's.
That's
gonna be the
actually very
grumpy
surprising
man.
to hear from you.
Well, I think of course they're going to need his humor. He was a big part of the original series.
Right.
But I feel like it's going to be over the top because we've all seen Red's humor through 7-8 years of it.
Right.
But I don't want it to be, we got to make a new kind of Red humor. So they rely on Kurtwood Smith to be the majority of the funny spots.
I might be okay with it.
Are the kid actors going to be as iconic as the original cast?
That is a good question.
That's-
They don't act or look iconic.
I'm gonna
in
say
these
I was like
trailers.
what I've seen. I am not sold.
I do see
It's not
Eric
good.
and the girl that's playing his daughter.
Yes.
I see the
The resemblance.
I think she does a a good job
Yeah, she
portraying
studied his
what you would
character.
think Eric's daughter would look like.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see.
I hope that the way they film it though is the exact same way, like semi in front of an audience kind of thing, like that kind of a
That style.
that
What do
kind
they
of
call that
style?
kind of camera style?
Two
Is it multi
shot.
two-shot camera? I don't know.
I don't
It's
know
like-
how you film it, like as
Like a
if
live
like
studio.
you're watching it from a live studio
Right,
audience kind of thing,
right,
like because that's what I enjoyed about it is just the sets and that they were able to just put these actors on a set and they made it like their
Well,
own.
Did you see how the trailer looked? That you only saw it from one angle mainly.
I know, and it looked like the same kitchen and everything, but it just I'm really
90s
just
styled.
hoping that
They
don't
need to
mess it
make
up.
this look like the 90s. They need to make the kids act like the 90s,
okay,
and they're
they
not
are
acting
going
like the
to
90s.
they're aiming for our demographic for this.
They're not targeting. They're not getting us right now, though. That's the
what I'm
problem.
trying to say.
Because
like,
these kids act
mm,
like 2000s
today.
to 2010s.
I feel like they're
kids.
acting like today.
Yeah,
Not
they're-
90s.
They're not acting 90s.
You want 90s? They need to be
Well-
studying like some Nickelodeon,
Well,
all that shit.
Yeah.
We'll
Yes.
see. I think we need to see more than just a trailer.
I agree.
To,
Yeah.
to make that.
No,
The
I will
jokes
definitely
didn't
watch it though.
land. None
I'll
of the
definitely
jokes
watch it. I
landed.
did like the end though, where the end of the trailer where Kitty's like handing them cookies or something, and he's like, "Get out!"
Get out.
That is Brett's hoping they're not going to
That's-
rely on
Well,
old
he
bread.
said not relying on it.
That's
but I
kind of
still
what they're
want.
doing.
I'm excited to see Red.
You gotta
Again.
think now. Red is even older and more of a grouch. So
True. Very true.
I mean, I guess maybe you can expect a little bit more. He wasn't always a grouch in the
No.
original run. He had some times
They
where he
had
was
a lot of
joking
scenes.
around.
Yeah.
But I don't know. You got to figure how does Red Foreman act 30 years later? Or
Angrier.
20,
Angrier.
probably.
More annoyed,
Probably disliking all
less
technology.
tolerant.
He's gonna-
tolerant.
He's probably going to curse out a beeper and a cordless phone because the battery dies.
Or,
I bet you we're going to see him
get
throw a
mad at
phone.
technology.
answering machine.
He's gonna
He's gonna get mad at technology.
You know how they screwed up the Betamax or whatever on like season 2?
Kitty, we have Betamax. We're better than regular people.
Yeah, it was so dumb. I should have gotten the what
you
was
didn't
it?
get the tape.
Yeah,
That-
I
yeah.
should have gotten the microwave or something like that. It was the toaster oven or something.
Yeah.
It was a kitchen appliance instead of getting a VCR or the Betamax or whatever. So I'm just saying, like, that's how they need to do the 90s. They need
Well, just
to.
you remember, like Kitty went to go get like the 8-track player or whatever.
Well, Eric
He
wanted
wanted
he wanted a cassette player.
Cassette player, not an
player.
8-track, and she
And they
got
got
him
him
an
an
8-track player. Like it's gonna be. I want to see that kind of stuff. Like
CDs.
I want a CD player, not
A cassette player.
a cassette player, a CD
A
player,
boombox.
a boombox, like that
The-
kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like I want a boombox or a Walkman.
Yeah. Oh, Walkmans.
A Walkman,
We're
that
gonna-
was huge.
If we don't see nostalgia in every
They
episode,
need to be bringing out stuff that we like, because they got the GI Joes that Eric was super into. I mean, you've got the.
Let's see, Barbie. What were
I mean, I was
teenagers
talking
into?
about the stuff that was on the show originally
What were teenagers into in the 90s? Teenagers.
in the 90s.
Yak Back?
Yeah, like things like that, or GAC, or
Nah.
anything silly putty or gooey,
Silly
sticky,
Putty is
bright
old.
neon things.
Yeah. Fanny packs.
Video games.
Video games.
Oh yeah. We better see some fanny packs. Pogs. Oh, Pogs was big.
Pogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, at least when I recall. So the 90s show, that
Pokemon.
90s show comes out when? Very soon, right? I think it's next spring.
I don't know. I actually don't know when it comes out.
Moving on from there, the Game Awards is on Thursday. I'm not going to say any of the nominees
Video
of
Game
anything.
Awards?
Yeah, the Video Game Awards is on Thursday. So it's every December, first week of
There
December.
You know
could
who's
be
not
some
getting anything?
reveals.
Hope we get good ones.
Oh,
Maybe Metroid Prime 4 after all these.
Halo ain't getting a reward. Getting a reward. Halo ain't getting a
It didn't
award.
come out
An
this
award?
year.
It didn't come out this year. It came out last year.
Oh yeah, you're right. What did come out?
Well, I know
Ring.
Elden Ring is a big one.
Oh, that'll be on
Ragnarok.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, Ragnarok will be a big
The
one.
Stray.
God of War.
yeah.
Stray, yeah.
Yeah, Ragnarok. Yeah. So those are some of them. Stray is. I looked at some of the nominees of Game of the Year and all that. Stray's on there.
Callisto Protocol is the talk of my group right now.
Really?
Yep.
I think Patrick's playing that. That's like a Dead Space kind of look and feel style. Big news for Halo fans. After 11 years, 343 Multiplayer's creative director left. 11 years. So after what came out in 2011? Halo Reach. in Halo 4.
No, Halo Reach
No,
was 09.
Yeah.
Halo 4 then.
Halo 4 was 12.
Yeah. So since Halo 4.
Yeah. Since Halo 4.
So we might be seeing a whole different Halo here soon.
We'll see.
Not soon.
I don't think soon. I agree
No.
with him on this one on the timeline.
We won't see another Halo until.
Oh, I will.
Well, let's see.
Maybe GTA will be announced.
20.
A GTA will be. Oh yeah. GTA
2028.
trailer.
Maybe GTA will be
They might do a
announced.
GTA trailer Game
Oh, no.
Awards.
Well, Rockstar, forget about this leak, but before the leak, Rockstar's main thing was put out stills,
Mm-hmm.
and then a trailer,
Yeah.
and we haven't got the stills.
But we
We've had a
got.
leak.
We had that major video leak.
Right.
Did you look at it?
Yeah, a little bit.
That
I
the
don't
way
know.
the animation looks
It
great.
looks amazing.
It looks great.
I don't think they would reveal that at the game.
Maybe just
awards.
right at the end it'll be a poster or something.
Hmm.
Like some kind of teaser.
I don't think we hear of anything from GTA 6 until next year, sometime at the earliest.
Maybe.
Like
yeah.
E3. E3 is not even a thing anymore.
Uh,
It
will
is
be.
this year.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it is this year?
Or 2023. It's coming back.
Is it just because it's E E3 2023?
I don't know.
Fuck you. I don't know.
One last couple of things in nerd news here. HBO Max and Discovery Plus are merging. They will probably be called Max. That app
Cool.
is changing.
Not Max Plus.
Just Max.
Not Max Advanced Plus
No.
Plus.
No.
Just Max.
Max. One last thing I want to talk about here before we get out of here or whatever. If you guys have anything else you want to touch on, Brett, did
Mhm.
you see that they have a Splinter Cell audio series that just came out?
I did.
Did you check it out yet?
I didn't.
It's on Spotify. I know that for sure. It's called Splinter Cell Firewall. I think it's weekly. So
It's an audio podcast,
Mhm.
like an audio book.
yeah, did you check out the Batman one?
No.
That's really good actually.
You told us about that.
Yeah, I think it's only on Spotify though. You might be able to find it on YouTube. I don't know, but that was a really good. It was a really good audio podcast to listen to. It was more like just like an audio book of like a Batman story. Really interesting. So, do you have anything else you want to touch on?
No, I was just looking to see if I had anything. Well, I don't know if I had anything written down.
Got a comment from Jeff on YouTube that says, "Love the '90s show trailer. Yes, almost all the original kids are back, minus Danny Masterson. Yeah, it's gonna be multi-camera laugh track. That's okay. I mean, laugh track's
I
fine.
don't really have anything.
I mean, they did that for the ranch, didn't they?
think so.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
did. Yeah.
I wonder if I should go back to the ranch and just watch the old episodes.
Yeah, before Danny left.
Yeah, I actually like that. Might actually do that. Anyways, do you guys have anything else? You said no? Nothing else? All right.
No.
We can
There's-
definitely do.
Nymeria.
Yeah. We'll have to touch on the 13 lives. We'll have to have.
I'm
just
gonna.
do a
I
fan
think we'll just.
question.
We can. You can forward that to me and Brett.
Yeah.
We can read through it,
Yeah,
do our
I'll
homework.
read through it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, we did ask for his opinion.
We did.
so, like,
Yes.
So we can do a.
Since it's
read,
such a long read.
we can read through it and then do a synopsis of it
Right.
on next show and
Right.
give our
Final
final.
thoughts, and we'll have that as a fan question maybe or something. We haven't had a fan question in over a month, so
We've had enough to talk about.
there has definitely been plenty to talk about on here.
during
so.
the
NFL
holiday
takes a
season.
lot
I mean,
of
NFL plus
time.
the holiday season.
NFL is a big chunk for our show now, and now that we've had all these trailer announcements, I knew that was going to be another chunk because
Yeah.
we had a lot of stuff come out. So, all right, guys. Alex, you want to do your plugs then?
Yes, if you'd like to watch me stream on Twitch, it's twitch.tv/cute_kitty, KUTE_KITTI. Stream on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday evenings. This weekend we did a lot of Call of Duty. We did
Warzone.
Warzone 2. We also did DMZ, and then last night we played Gears Horde, which honestly, if we can make that an every Sunday night thing, I mean, I'll never say no to Horde. I love playing Horde. I
There's
think
going to be
it's
some
fun.
football games you
Oh,
want to
and
watch,
what's your what are your thoughts on how I did?
Oh, it was fine.
Oh, I did fine without the turrets.
11
Right.
MVPs, right?
11 MVPs.
Yeah.
No, I
fine.
mean
Yeah, more than Patrick.
the
Patrick was he drinking that last night or was he? No, he was sick
He was
last night.
hammered.
It was the night before.
Oh my God.
We were having a drinking night. He was already drunk by the time we started
First
playing.
drop in Warzone, he's already slurring. And
He's
I'm
like,
not
guys,
drunk."
we're gonna all get a couple of kills. Let's go, 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 go.
why do you put up all those turrets in regular Gears 5 Horde?
To be good? No,
Why do you do it?
because it's fun.
Okay.
That's fun to hear.
And it pisses you off.
It does. I can't even roadie run because I'm running into a damn turret.
Oh man, you guys are great.
Oh, I don't know, because it's fun.
As far as
Gets me hella points.
As far as my stream goes, twitch.tv/Mr. L. That's MISTERL. You can see me live every Wednesday and Thursday evening and Saturday morning. I'm actually going to show. I wonder if this is going to show up. I hope I got the right screen because I had to actually close OBS a few times. So I'm going to hit this here. I actually want to show this victory that we got on Warzone. It's when it was the last wave, and it was everybody was up except for Patrick. So right here was actually a really funny thing. I'm gonna show one thing first.
You're good, Josh.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna show there's a body up here that Quentin shoots. He just drops.
I didn't see that. He just bounces.
Bounced right off the cup.
Yeah, he goes right off of this.
Did he have helium in his body or something?
Yeah, he floated, man. Like Quentin.
Just like boing.
So what I've done now is added to my stream is in the zone border for when we're in the top 10. So we're in the final zone of wins here. So this is where Patrick and all of us wrap at the end here. This is the final circle. There's a guy above here, and I wound up shooting him down, but Quentin gets the shoot on that, and then Patrick's down, and we wrap around to the end of this bridge here. And Brian gets the final kill in Warzone for Warzone 2's second victory. So pretty awesome win. It felt pretty awesome to get.
That body bouncing was hilarious.
Body bounce was really good.
I wonder what his that guy's
his thoughts were.
What his
kill cam?
visual.
Yeah,
his kill cam looked like.
So yeah, as far as our the rest of our plugs go, let me get into that here. If you want to hit that like button on our YouTube channel, we would like that if you did. And then also hit the subscribe button. We'll be going live every Monday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And hit that bell to be notified when we go live, if it's later, earlier, different days, whatever. So make sure you guys are doing that. As far as our social media goes, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, PTOUnlimited Podcast. Just search us up there. And then also make sure you're following the Discord and check out our merch. We got some T-shirts and mugs for PTO Unlimited Podcast on there. And then if you want to follow me on Twitter, it is @Mr. L.
Brett_Wings.
Cute_kitty.
Final note. I finished Cliff Bleszinski's book. And that's the game director of all the first 3 Gears before they sold it to Microsoft. And what I took away from most of it was he paints a good picture of what it's actually like in video game development. Because he worked for Epic for all those years. He even had input on Fortnite before it exploded, and then he went and started his own studio that ultimately he had to close after 4 years. But it's very interesting because, and he even says this, the video game industry is so volatile that you could be making a ton of money for a few years, and then it could turn into, just a landscape if you don't play the politics game, so to speak. So
well, yeah, that's why I didn't go into video game design, because you can just put so much effort into something and it fails so hard.
I'm at least happy they taught you that.
Yeah,
he works like a dog for years on stuff.
He was the prodigy, is what they called him. For a long time.
Ultimately, it's worked for him. He made a fortune.
Yeah.
Even with a failed studio, that allowed him to.
What games did he come out with for that failed studio?
So the first one was Lawbreakers.
Did they do what was that one? It was made by Gearbox. What's the other one?
I don't know what you're talking about, because Lawbreakers is the big failure. It's the one that they started. It was his idea. It came out for a while, but it didn't work.
What was that other really bloody
went
one
under.
that was by Gearbox?
Yeah, it was very interesting.
I almost had it.
He got into Broadway production, actually, so he can pretty much do whatever he wants at this point.
Look at images here. Like, seriously, there's Bulletstorm.
Oh yeah, Epic did that. That was between Epic and Gearbox.
Both?
Yeah,
oh, okay. I thought it was just
collaboration.
I'm so happy I got that out of my brain. I was like, I know this game. I never played it, but apparently it was really big for some people who did try it out. It was really fun. So,
but if I was him, and as I'm reading this, I'm like, I always said Splinter Cell is my favorite franchise, but it's probably Gears.
Gears. You spent more time in Gears.
And
I
I have
think.
spent a lot more time in Gears than I have in Splinter Cell.
It's
but
the replayability.
yes,
They don't have a horde mode in Splinter Cell.
No, they have some like Spec Ops stuff that's off of the main campaign, especially in Blacklist. But Horde, I can just always play. And if I'm Cliff, I'm like, yes, Microsoft owns Gears now, but the majority of the first 3 Gears came from him coming up with ideas, going to artists, and them giving him feedback, a collaboration. But he came up with a lot of it, and he actually came up with the idea for the major character death from a fan before Gears 3 came out. The fan
doesn't know.
He put out on Twitter that he was meeting somewhere, so a bunch of people met him, and he's like, "Hey, blank's he's got to die." He's like, and like a light bulb went off.
Huh. Alex still doesn't know.
Yep.
It's good.
So it's just a very interesting read. It's not a long book, but it's very, very cool.
Yeah, see, I haven't read a book since freaking Eric Bischoff's book, I think. That came out back in like 2006.
Wow.
Oh, man, I've read a book since then.
I'm talking about a personalities book, like somebody who did like something big in pop culture.
Like a biography?
Yeah, kind of like that, yeah. You guys have anything else?
That's it.
Yeah?
No.
All right. Well, we'll catch you guys next week for episode 325. You guys have a good one. Bye, guys.